What's on, ladies and gentlemen? My name's Ross, I like games, and today we need to take a little bit of a look at a whole bunch of cards from that starter deck 14, that Beelzemon Blast Mode starter deck which is coming. We've got a bunch of cards to look at, including a new level 7 super rare Beelzemon Blast Mode, which I think is pretty gosh darned exciting. So I think it's probably a pretty good idea we have a look at all of these cards today that we've yet to have a look at. Although, as is always going to happen, I'm sure they're going to reveal more cards between me recording and uploading this video. So look, I'm going to check before I upload, and if I can possibly do so, if anything is revealed between recording and releasing this video, I will add it in. So if there is a weird transition at one point, just turn a blind eye, it's all good. So starting off there, translations from the lovely folks at Ensign Gaming, the lovely folks at DigimonCard.dev, and the lovely me, because I have a go at some of these as well now. So we're starting off, we've got a level 3 Candlemon, free cost to play normally, 0 cost to Digivolve, 1000 power. All pretty standard for a level 3 of a decent skill. Does it have a decent skill? Well, when played, you trash the top 2 cards of your deck, bearing in mind there are a whole bunch of cards in this particular deck that just love just filling up the trash, which is awesome. We got stuff like the Beelzemon from this starter deck I've already told you about, that on all turns, once per turn, when a card is trashed from your deck, for every 10 cards in your trash, gain a memory. That seems kind of relevant, honestly, now doesn't it? There's more examples, we'll get there. So, trashing the top 2 cards of your deck, on play, good thing, love it. And most purple decks either use the trash, play from the trash, revolve around having a certain number of cards in the trash, etc. So this is all very good and very relevant. And then on deletion, if you have 10 or more cards in your trash, draw a card. Nice. Because bearing in mind, you're going to be trying to fill up your trash, so when you play, you trash 2 cards on the top of your deck, that's a good thing. And then when you get deleted, you get to draw a card, which is a good thing. This seems pretty cool. Now, do please bear in mind, this is not an inheritable skill, so the Candlemon needs to get deleted without having evolved up, which you don't usually want to happen, but at least there's a bonus if it does. Now, we've also got Fascamon here. It's another level 3, free cost to play normally, 0 cost to Digivolve, 2000 power. And what we've got here is a blocker. Now, this is good, because we don't see many level 3 blockers. But we have obviously seen level 3 blockers, but generally speaking, level 3 don't tend to have many blockers. And certainly, and I'm just double checking over on DigimonCard.dev to make sure I'm not lying to you, we do have one purple level 3 that's got blocker, but it's the Ghostmon from Starter Deck 10 that has blocker if you've got a yellow Digimon in play, which is not the same as just having blocker. So, yes, it is possible to have a purple level 3 with blocker, but it's not really the case, because it's only if you're playing a hybrid deck. So, I'm not sure that particularly counts, because you might not want to play a hybrid deck. So, yeah. And obviously, if you're playing yellow cards as well, obviously Ghostmon is better. I'm not going to argue for a second that it's not, but let's be clear, generally speaking, this is really good. There is a downside. The downside is, on your turn, this Digimon cannot attack the player. That kind of sucks, unfortunately, but it's a level 3 purple blocker, and it's the only general one we've got, so the downside does make a lot of sense. Now moving over into level 4s here, we got ourselves a Witchmon, 5 cost to play normally, 2 cost to Digivolve, 5000 power, and when Digivolving you trash the top 3 cards of your deck. Again, this is a deck, and purple do this a lot, right? Like I say, purple want to have cards in the trash, purple play from the trash, etc, etc. But this starter deck specifically really wants to fill up the trash, so I love this, ladies and gentlemen. I absolutely love this. Digivolve up, trash the top 3 cards of your deck. Bearing in mind, right, if I play Candlemon, trash top 2 cards of my deck, Digivolve it into a Witchmon, I've now trashed 5 cards on the top of my deck straight away. That's good in this kind of deck. We've then got an inheritable skill. On your turn, if this Digimon has Magein or Demon Lord in its traits, it gains 2000 power. And we've seen this kind of thing a lot. The general rule is, and yes, obviously Beelzemon is a 7th-grade Demon Lord, so it does have Demon Lord in its traits. The general rule here is that if you're gaining 2000 power, that's generally good. That's better than a lot of cards manage. So yes, We like this very much indeed. This is overall a pretty good card. It fits the deck nicely. But let's have a look at Beelzemon Blast Mode, shall we? Yeah. We like this. 14 cost to play normally, 4 cost to Digivolve, 14,000 power. It's a level 7, this is about right. Although the 4 cost to Digivolve is not bad for a level 7. When this card is trashed from the deck, delete one of your opponent's level 3 Digimon. For every 10 cards in your trash, increase the level you can target by 1. So basically, when this is trashed from your deck, and bearing in mind you're trashing a lot, you get to delete a level 3 Digimon. For every 10 cards in your trash, you then raise a level. So if there's 10 cards in your trash, it's a level 4 you go for. If there's 20 cards in your trash, there's a level 5 you go for. If there's 30 cards in your trash, you can just flat delete a level 6. That's really, 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 really good. Now, there is then a question of, well, hang on a second, do I really want my level 7 in the trash? Yeah, don't worry about it. Remember we'll get to actually the new Ai Mako in a minute, but there was the Ai Mako back in EX2, which said on your turn, when one of your Digimon attacks, you may suspend this tamer to trash the top card of your deck. Then, if the attacking Digimon is Beelzemon, you can Digivolve it into a Beelzemon Blast Mode from your trash for a memory cost of 3. So not only are you evolving from the trash, i.e. it doesn't matter if it's been trashed, you're also doing it for a cost of 3 rather than a cost of 4. I told you, purple like playing from the trash. And let's remind ourselves about the Impmon from this same starter deck. When attacking, if you've got 20 more cards in your trash, this Digimon can Digivolve into a Beelzemon in your trash for a Digivolution cost of 3, ignoring its Digivolution requirements. So as long as I've got a level 3 Impmon on the field, if I've got 20 cards in my trash, I can Digivolve into Beelzemon in my trash for a cost of 3. And then if I've got Ai Mako out, I can Digivolve into a Beelzemon Blast Mode for a cost of 3. It doesn't matter. No, you need to get your Impmon out, obviously, and your Ai Mako needs to get out as well. Okay, fine. But it doesn't really matter if you are playing with your trash. It doesn't matter if these cards are hitting your trash. So when we see the level 7 hit in the trash, we go, well, you know, it's nice that it's got that skill when it gets trashed, but then it's in the trash. Most decks would care if the level 7 was in the trash. This deck doesn't. That's why I love it. Although the Ai Mako, of course, is not in the starter deck 14. You will have to play around with it a little bit. So this is good. Oh yeah, and when you Digivolve, activate this Digimon, unsuspend it. When your trash has 20 or more cards, gain free memory. So basically, you attack with your Beelzemon. This is good. And again, we put this all together, right? So you attack with your Beelzemon, big Digimon, you're attacking, grr, etc. Oh, I'm suspended. But now you Digivolve up. Hopefully you gain free memory, and then you get to attack again. This is very good, ladies and gentlemen. This is very, very good. So yeah, we like this. This is awesome. This is all fitting together perfectly. I do worry that you need the old Ai Mako, but still, this is very, very cool, ladies and gentlemen. This is very, very cool. Now, we've also got, as I mentioned a moment ago, a new Ai Mako. What do we have here? Free cost tamer. On play, reveal the top 4 cards of your deck. Add a Digimon with Evil, Wizard, or Demon Lord in its traits to your hand. Place the remaining cards at the bottom of your deck in any order. And bearing in mind, we've seen skills like this all the time. They see a lot of play. Being able to look at the top X number of cards of your deck and then grabbing a card, that is a good thing. And then on your turn, when one of your Digimon Digivolves into a purple Digimon, you may suspend this tamer to place 1 card from your hand on top of your deck and gain a memory. But bearing in mind, we've got a whole bunch of stuff like we see with the Beelzemon that wants to be trashed from your deck, that gives you an advantage if it's trashed from your deck. Yeah, this is good, because now what you're basically doing is stacking the top card of your deck. And sure, you can put a card then you draw into it next turn, but it was already in your hand. What's the point? you're trying to put it on top of your deck so you can trash it and gain the skill. Now, I've already shown you Beelzemon Blast Mode here that will delete one of your opponent's Digimon. Level 3 plus 1 level for each 10 cards in your trash. But then we got stuff like Beelzemon Blast Mode from EX2 that deletes one of your opponent's level 4 or lower Digimon, which seems pretty gosh darn good. Or the Impmon from EX2 that just lets you trash the top 3 cards of your deck. Useful for if you've not filled up your trash as much as you want to. Or the Beelzemon from EX2 that will then let you play an Impmon from your trash for free. So now we're not just, digivolving from the trash. We can play Impmon from the trash if you so like. And this adds up beautifully. The Wizardmon, which is a promo and is actually being reprinted in this deck. Yeah, that gains you a memory when it's trash from your deck. That'll work very nicely. And my point is that we've basically just got a billion different cards at this point that want to be trashed from your deck. They gain an advantage when they're being trashed from your deck. And now you can stack your deck to put them on top as you go. I cannot be the only person that thinks this is all lining up very, very, very nicely indeed. So yeah, this is nice, ladies and gentlemen. This is very, very nice. And then the new cards that have been revealed so far. There might be more that I need to add in. If there are, we will, of course, get to them. But right now, this is good, ladies and gentlemen. This is good. So now it's over to you guys. Tell me what you think about these new cards. Tell me how excited you are. Tell me anything you want to tell me in the comment section. Go nuts! Be nice. And then make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, follow me on Twitter at TheWasi. That's where we talk about Digimon and a whole bunch of other card games. And please do consider checking out patreon.com/PTCGradio, where you can support the channel, get some bonus podcasts, join a Discord and chat with us, all kinds of fun things. But by far the most important thing, as always, look after yourselves till next time, would ya? Thank you very much for watching. My name's Ross, and you've been watching Wasi Plays.